Have you ever felt unstoppable after watching a motivational video or hearing an inspiring speech? That moment when you tell yourself, "This is it. This time, I'll change everything." Then, a few days later, you're back to the same habits, routines, and excuses. Why does that happen? Why does motivation fade so quickly no matter how powerful it feels in the moment? It's easy to scroll through motivational quotes and videos, telling ourselves that inspiration is the spark we need. But that's the lie we've all bought into. Motivation might ignite the fire, but it's discipline that keeps it burning through the storms, the setbacks, and the silence. It doesn't ask how you slept last night or if you're in the mood. It's not sexy, and it doesn't sell as well as flashy motivational slogans. The other commits to a plan and follows it daily no matter what. You're not born disciplined, you build it, day by day, choice by choice. It starts small, waking up on time, finishing the task you promised yourself, saying no to distraction. These might seem insignificant, but over time, they build a version of you that doesn't depend on how you feel to get things done. Fast forward 6 months. One is frustrated, blaming life, circumstances, or lack of inspiration. The other is quietly making progress, even if it's slow. Which one would you rather be? But it's real, it's the grind, the repetition, the sacrifice. And most importantly, it's the choice to act consistently. It's not because they're always inspired. It's because they understand that success is found in repetition. Excellence is not a result of a few big decisions. It's the outcome of thousands of small ones, repeated relentlessly. Here's the truth no one tells you. When you're disciplined with your time, you free yourself from last-minute stress. When you're disciplined with your finances, you free yourself from debt and worry. When you're disciplined with your health, you free yourself from preventable pain down the road. Discipline is not punishment. It's protection. It's preparation. It's power. Motivation is fleeting. Discipline is what stays. It's easy to fall in love with the idea of success. Let's break something down right now. Motivation is a feeling. Feelings come and go. You don't feel motivated every morning. You don't feel like going to the gym when it's cold. You don't feel like studying after a long day. You don't feel like working on your goals when life gets overwhelming. And that's exactly why relying on motivation is a trap. But who keeps going when the applause stops? Who pushes forward when no one's watching? That's where the gap between average and exceptional is formed. In silence, in routine, in discipline. The people who succeed long-term aren't the ones who are constantly motivated. They're the ones who show up regardless of how they feel. They've built systems, habits, patterns. They've trained themselves to do the work even when they don't want to, especially when they don't want to. That's discipline. Discipline is the bridge between goals and achievement. It doesn't care about your feelings. Think about this. Anyone can be motivated for a few days. Anyone can go hard for a week. Let's imagine two people start the same journey. Both are equally excited, equally inspired. One waits for motivation to strike. Here's another truth. Discipline is a skill, and like any skill, it can be trained. There's a reason athletes train daily, even in the off-season. There's a reason top performers follow strict routines. Discipline also gives you freedom. And that might sound backward at first, but think about it. Now, here's where many people struggle. They wait to feel ready. They wait for the perfect moment. But that moment rarely comes. Life is messy. Plans get interrupted. Studying even if you're tired, making the call even if you're anxious, writing the page even if your mind is foggy. These actions, repeated over time, create resilience. And resilience leads to growth. Growth leads to results. Not just someone who dreams, but someone who does. Emotions fluctuate. If you wait to feel motivated every time, you'll stay stuck in cycles. You stop relying on external pushes and start developing internal drive. You become the kind of person who doesn't need permission or the perfect condition. You create your own rhythm. Discipline, however, puts you in the driver's seat. It allows you to build your life on decisions, not moods, on direction, not impulse. Pick one habit, one change. Make it simple enough that you can't fail. Maybe it's writing for 5 minutes a day, or walking for 10, or waking up 10 minutes earlier. The goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to be consistent, not for perfection, but for reflection. Seeing your efforts build up reinforces your identity. It reminds you that discipline is working, even if results are slow. Once you prove to yourself that you can stick with something small, your capacity grows. It means honoring your commitments to yourself. It's not about perfection. It's about consistency. You will stumble. Every disciplined action reinforces a narrative, a story you tell yourself. I made a decision, and that decision is to keep going. When you wake up early for 30 days, your mind starts to say, I'm the kind of person who gets things done. Set routines, prepare the night before, make it easier to follow through than to quit. It's not luck, it's not motivation, it's the choice to keep showing up. When you resist distractions repeatedly, you begin to believe, I stay focused under pressure. This identity shift is powerful. It shapes how you act, how you think, how you carry yourself. A single off day doesn't erase your progress. Get back up, keep moving forward. The journey is long, but that's what makes it worth it. You will have off days. But the key is to keep showing up, to not let one missed day become a missed week, to not let one failure become your identity. But if you decide to act, regardless of how you feel, then you start to take control. Taking control means doing the workout even if it's raining. When you do hard things regularly, your mind learns that you can be trusted. You start to believe in yourself, not because of what you say, but because of what you do. Confidence isn't built by positive thinking alone. It's built by proving to yourself that you follow through, that you're capable. It's also important to remember that discipline doesn't mean being harsh or robotic. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you're casting a vote for the kind of person you want to become. And here's another perspective you might not hear often. Discipline builds confidence. This mindset shift changes everything. You stop chasing motivation and start building momentum. Let's also talk about how discipline affects your identity. In contrast, relying on motivation keeps you reactive. You're always waiting. You're always chasing. So how do you start building discipline? Start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Remove unnecessary choices. Decision fatigue kills discipline. If you're constantly deciding whether to do the right thing, you'll eventually choose comfort. Track your progress. And above all, forgive yourself when you slip. Discipline is not about punishing yourself. It's about realigning. Because in the end, the real difference between those who build their dreams and those who don't. So the next time you hear that voice saying, "I don't feel like it," answer back with this: it doesn't matter. Because motivation may get you started, but discipline is what gets you there.